Hey, hi, hello. My name is Jupiter and welcome to my corner of the internet and welcome everybody into the October video. I am so excited to be here. We are in the final stretches of this project and I genuinely can barely believe I have made it this far. There's lots of excitement about big artists this month, including two comebacks from two of my alts, Malibu and Dreamcatcher. They were on the same day. I was absolutely overloaded with excitement, and it was basically all I could think about for like 24 hours straight. The fact that I managed to have conversations related to anything but was truly an act of strength on my part, and I deserve some accolades for that. But anyway, thank you for hanging out with me this far. I hope you are as excited as I am about October debuts, and I am just ready to get into it. This is your friendly reminder to ask questions if you don't know why I am doing something, or what the different stats on the screen that I am flashing are. I'm genuinely very happy to answer. This is also your friendly reminder that the video you are about to watch is opinion-based. It is meant for entertainment purposes only, and it is made solely out of love for K-pop, and it's not meant to be taken as anything more seriously than that. I'm not a critic, I'm not a professional. I'm here to have fun and find some new groups, and share those findings with others. Feel free to form your own opinions, I encourage it. So I'm hyped about this month, and let's take a running leap into reviewing and then reliving spooky season, which was October 2022. 너라는 기적을 만나 아름답게 피어나 하늘에 비춰진 낮의 별 같아서 Seowool, Daystar. Off the bat, I'd like to point out, this has nothing to do with the song by the way, I'd just really like to point out this man's cheekbones because, oh my god, his facial structure is incredible. That's all. Just want to point that out. But in the song, I think his voice is very emotional and it really carries throughout the song. His conveying of sadness and remorse is fantastic. It totally sells the song. But simultaneously, because of his voice, that's why I'm going to end up capping this up at a 5. I could have put this song higher, but in the verses he sings in a very whispery tone of voice that I'm not a fan of, and then he reaches a really nasally intonation as he goes up higher and it sounds almost pinched. He's hitting the notes in tune, but I don't like listening to that vocal tone. So yeah, 5 out of 10 for this one. But really, I do have to give it some points for the expression of the song. Seulgi, 28 Reasons. I don't know where to start with my love for this song. It's in the whistle, the gasping in the bridge, that cutaway to the "you're in danger," the entire second verse of this song, especially that little growl and "make your dreams come true." This song is constructed to be so simple and it is so effective. There's very little going on beyond the vocals and the verses, but it's done in a way that doesn't feel lazy or empty. Instead, it's the perfect background for her to flex her voice. It's such a heavy, weighty song, but it's still so empty and it gives it this light quality. I think this succeeds in the concept of light and dark. Everything about this song is a success. And honestly, this whole EP is easily one of my favorite releases in 2022. This song is a 10 out of 10. I love it. CocaNButter, Deh Ya. So during the first verse of this song, I was fully prepared to give it a 9 out of 10. I love the vocals of all of the members, and the leaning and just attention they gave to low registers. That's sexy as hell. And it has this interesting synth pattern that wasn't stagnating too much, and that chorus has a really great hook. And then a man I didn't know just like slid into the rap. I don't really love that for a debut title track, but you know what, I can accept it. I didn't like his flow either, so that did not improve the situation. And then they just forgot to write the rest of the song. They just said Deh Ya and did a dance break, and ended in an incredibly unsatisfactory way. This song was 2 minutes and 30 seconds. If I have not made it clear yet about how I think a song should be approximately like 3:15, then I have to ask you what the hell this is. This song was just disappointing because I was so all in from the beginning. I was excited and pumped up, and then the song progressed, and instead of getting more into it, I was just let down. So I'm gonna go with a 6 out of 10 for this, because like I said, I was pumped at the beginning, but that's maybe even giving it a little too much credit for how sad I felt at the end of this song.
I want her away from myself anymore. I love you, say that you love me, yeah.
Jiae, Love is Love. The final chorus of this song really saves it. I wasn't super sure about it, but then, you have this soft choral bridge, and then you jump into the final chorus, and it's just layers upon layers of vocals, and it's so good. It was great. This might not be my very favorite release, but I do think it's a super important one. This is an openly queer idol making music about being queer because she was kicked out of her group for coming out. So the music itself is only a 7 out of 10 for me, but as a figure, I love what she is standing for, and that's a 10 out of 10. I hope she receives the support she deserves. Rebreath. I was originally going to give this song about an 8, and then we hit the outro of the song, and then I just realized they did in the outro what I wanted the rest of the choruses of this song to be. It retroactively heightened this feeling of give me more that had just been nagging me throughout the whole song. That said, I like the sound and the styling of the song. I think the simple melody is really great to follow, and it makes it good to dance to, which is ultimately what the goal of the song is. In the last 2 years or so, I've noticed an evolution in the maturation of the cute concept. Is kind of the disco sound is where you want to go when you're no longer trying to do candy-colored cute. I really, really like it, and it works super well for this song. I think what I want here is either that they have to flesh out the chorus or longer verses to kind of offset the simple chorus. You've got to do one or the other to give it a little bit more here. But I like what is here, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Baekho, No Rules. So every time I pondered why I wouldn't give this song a 10 out of 10, something new popped up in the song that made me like it even more. There's the electric guitar in the pre-chorus, the oh 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 segment in the post-chorus, and then after all of that, they just sprinkle in a little whisper. Oh. And then there's a long outro and a strong drum set sound playing through the whole last half of the song. And I really enjoyed this song, so I'm going to put it on a playlist so I can listen to it again. It has a great build and forward momentum to it. I think this song is going to be good for more than one listen. I'm hoping you can just loop this song and not get tired of it. It just makes me happy. This is a good debut. 10 out of 10. Chaeyeon, Hush Rush. The grip that this song holds on me is just wild because I think it's kind of a weird song. It is following a classic pop structure, but I've heard people describe it as quirky, and that feels pretty accurate to what this is. But I listen to this song nearly every day, and when I don't listen to it, I've probably hummed it 1 to 4 times throughout the day. I love the layering of voices and the simple motifs that just come back around and back around. It feels like a good movie when you lay out something in the beginning and then it comes back into play at the end. I think this song just has a loopable quality that lends itself to earning a 10. I don't know if I have the right words, honestly, to express why I love this song the way I do, in the way that I can usually kind of parse it out with some other songs. But either way, 10 out of 10 for Hush Rush. Pattern, Malibu. Alright everyone, I have a mission for you. I want everyone to go flock this MV because it's an extremely underviewed video, especially for how high quality this song is. It's got a very suave feeling to it, and it's sitting somewhere between the crook of R&B and Latin pop, and it's well executed. The song continued to surprise me and elevate itself just throughout the runtime. I'll admit I don't think they're reinventing the wheel here. This is not the first boy group to do this sound or concept, but they do it well, and I'm impressed. It's an 8 out of 10. Mauve, my cat. I think this song could grow on me if I listened to it a few more times, but right now it's on thin ice. I liked the plucked strings and the hint of classical music inspiration that the song has, but then there's a heavy do in the chorus fitting onto the beat, and I think it's an acquired taste I haven't quite acquired. I generally want her voice to be stronger throughout the track, be that in intonation or sheer volume, I'm not quite sure yet. For all in all, I'm intrigued by this song, but not quite intrigued enough to dive in deeper with it. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Chanhyuk, Panorama. What I'm having a hard time distinguishing right now is if I really liked the song or I really liked the music video. Because in the music video, it's excellent storytelling and it suits the song really well. It's a low-key, like, happy song, but it's got really melancholy lyrics, and I enjoy the melody. It's another simple but effective type of song. But at the same time, I think I want it to do a little more with that. Maybe give it a little more oomph in the bridge or in the outro to kind of drive the whole song home. I think my overall choice here is I'm going to go with a 6 out of 10, but that feels very tentative, and I think if I had listened to this song, if I do listen to this song again, it would probably go up the ranks. ABLUE, Carnival. I'll admit I don't think this was my favorite song of the month, but what I am impressed with is its polish. I really love the winding flute sounds in the background and all just the little sound design elements that are outside of the vocal line, and it really sets them up to sound good. I think what I want out of it is a little more singing and a little less rapping. And then there are some moments where it feels like they're speaking instead of rapping, and I want those to be elevated up into rapping moments. Like, it just needs a little bit tweaking, just a little more all in general. But I really liked the song, and I like the direction they're going in. Would listen again. This is a 7 out of 10 from me.
Tell me out. Tell me what you want. It's tasty, tasty.
QUEENZ, Yummy Yummy. In another timeline, this is a Le Sserafim song. I really enjoy the rock guitar and just kind of the runway track style chorus. I think it is a little shaky in its identity, but the bridge of the song really helps it lock into what it needs to be. The drop into the rap verse is a little rough. I needed to be eased into that a bit more, but I think as a whole, this song would just benefit from being bold enough to take a rest before going into its next section. If every verse is a mic drop, then I need time to watch the mic hit the ground before I can really feel its impact. But that said, I think every verse does have kind of a mic drop feel to it, and overall this song is a surprise, and I'm glad to have found it. This is an 8 out of 10. Because I love the catchiness of this song and the way it sounds so sunny while the music video is sad. I like the rock style guitar threaded throughout it, and I don't have a lot more to say besides that I like the song. The only one of debuts thus far have not disappointed me yet, and we've got 2 more of those to go, so hopefully they keep being satisfactory. But yeah, 9 out of 10. I don't have a lot to say here. And that's a wrap on October. I told you there were more debuts this month. I was finally right this time. Overall, October debuts absolutely floored me, and I really had a great time with them. I think we might be close to beating July in terms of numbers. I don't know yet. So, how about we talk it through in the month recap section? I feel like I need a theme song for the month recap. Someone should help me write a theme song for that. So, this month we had 13 debuts, the lucky number 13, spooky number 13, perfect for October. And then in those 13 debuts, we had 3 girl groups with CocaNButter, Picha, and QUEENZ. We also had 2 boy group debuts with Pattern and ABLUE. Both of those boy groups were from relatively small companies, but they had a very polished final product, which really impressed me. Then that leaves us with 8 soloists who debuted this month. Seowool, Seulgi, Jiae, Baekho, Mauve, Chaeyeon, Chanhyuk, and Rie. Ray. I don't remember what I said earlier. Someone correct me. I don't know. Anyway, I thought Chanhyuk was an interesting debut just because he's from YG Entertainment. Since they don't tend to put out a lot of new artists, they kind of just maintain what they've got going on. Although I say that now, and that's a really liberal way to look at it, since Chanhyuk is already in a group, so he's not really a new artist. Anyway, so for the most viewed videos this month, I get to hand off that award to Seulgi's 28 Reasons. I know I personally absolutely contributed to multiple of those views. I really loved watching this one. And then our least viewed video was Pattern's Malibu. Seriously, I really encourage you to watch it. I just think it has some polish. Even if it's not your new favorite song, I think it's worth your time. And also songs that were worth my time in terms of favorites this month. It was a huge tie with 3 perfect 10s this month of Seulgi, Chaeyeon, and Baekho. And then our lowest ranked song of the month was Seowool with Daystar. And then I think it really shows how much I enjoyed this month's songs if our lowest rated song was a 5. I think that's pretty good. It's not the only time we've had that before. I think there's a different month where our lowest was a 6. So again, we're not living up to that July hype maybe. But to see how this month stacks up, how to quantify it, this month's average is a 7.6. So again, we're not quite stacking up to July's glory, but I'd say it's pretty damn close, and that's very exciting for me. High numbers mean positive outcome. I'm into that. And then that's all I have for you for October. I'm very excited to be here at the end of the year. I know I say that every time. I'm always excited, but it's true. This whole project excites me and I enjoy doing it, and I really, really hope that people are enjoying these videos. When I started this, I don't think I understood how much work it would be. Like, even I'm doing very, very simple edits, and I am always wildly underestimating how long it's going to take me to pull all this off. But it's fun, and I love discovering new artists. Hopefully you find new artists this way too. The next video will be out soon to help you kind of condense your search, maybe help you test out some new songs. But until that time is near, my fellow K-pops and cosmic bodies, I must bid you adieu. May you have smooth open seas and sailing until the vastness of the ocean brings you back to this shore once more. Peace.